Hello friends, welcome to today's GCC class, and here we will learn the implementation levels of virtualization from third unit. If we see the syllabus of third unit, the implementation levels of virtualization will come under the second part of third unit. These are the first part and this may be the second part, and implementation levels of virtualization will come under the second part of third unit. First, let us say something about virtual machines. The virtual machines are created from the physical machines. For what purpose? To enhance resource sharing and improve computer performance in terms of resource utilization and application flexibility. So, the very big advantage of creating virtual machine is to increase the resource utilization. And multiple virtual machines are multiplexed in the same hardware machine. For example, and this is our single physical hardware machine. From this hardware machine we can create more number of virtual machines, and the size of all these virtual machines should be less than or equal to the physical machine. Physical machines. And what are the things we need to virtualize here? We can virtualize the hardware resources as well as the software resources. What are the hardware resources we are having? CPU, that is central processing unit, memory, IO devices, network, etc. So these are the hardware resources. We can virtualize these hardware resources to the virtual machines as well as the software resources. What are the software resources we are having? Operating systems and software libraries, etc. And these can be virtualized in various functional layers. Next one is virtualization. This architecture diagram explains the computer system before and after virtualization. And this is the traditional computer, that is before virtualization. Before virtualization, and this is after virtualization. Here the VMM stands for virtual machine monitor. See, here we are having virtual machine monitor. So let us see the traditional computer system. The traditional computer system, we are having the hardware components. Hardware components. These are hardware. On the top of hardware, we can install the operating system. This operating system is called as host operating system, and we can install the required applications. And this is a normal or a traditional computer system. After virtualization, the same computer will look like this. Here we are having the same hardware system, and in addition to that we are having virtualization layer, which is hypervisor or VMM. VMM is nothing but virtual machine monitor. So by using this virtualization layer, we can create more number of virtual machines. So this is virtual machine 1 and this is virtual machine 2. In our architecture we are having two virtual machines. So the same set of hardware. On the top of hardware we can install the operating system. This operating system is called as guest operating system, and the required applications may be installed here. Again, in virtual machine 2, the same set of hardware is here, and again we can install operating system, maybe different operating system and different applications which are required for these virtual machines. So by using virtual machine monitor, we can create more number of virtual machines from the physical machine. These are the physical machine. In the virtualization, a traditional computer system runs on the operating system, which is called as host operating system. That is the operating system which are directly installed on the physical hardware, and those are specially tailored for the hardware architecture. After virtualization, the different user applications managed by own operating system on the virtual machines, those are called as guest operating system. And this guest operating system can run on the same hardware, that is the physical hardware, independent of the host operating system. That is, the host operating system and guest operating system are different. And this is done by adding additional software which is called as virtualization layer, and this additional software is called as virtual machine monitor, VMM. And the virtual machines are shown in the upper boxes, and here the applications run within the guest OS. Guest OS means the OS which is installed on the virtual machine over the virtualized CPU, memory and IO resources, and these resources are installed on the virtual machines. And the virtualization software creates abstraction of virtual machine by interposing a virtualization layer at various levels of computer systems. Here virtualization layer includes, the first one is instruction set architecture level, and second one is hardware level, and third one is operating system level, and fourth one is library support level, and fifth one is application level. So the virtualization layer has 5 layers. First one is instruction set architecture level, hardware level, operating system level, library support level and application level. This block diagram shows the 5 abstraction levels of virtualization, that is virtualization ranging from hardware to applications. The first layer is instruction set architecture layer, that is ISA level, and this is the second layer, hardware abstraction layer, and the third one is operating system level layer, and the fourth one is library or user level API level, and the fifth one is application level virtualization. The first one is instruction set architecture level, that is ISA level. So in this level, virtualization is performed by emulating a given ISA, that is instruction set architecture, by the ISA of host machine. For example, the MIPS binary code, that is million instructions per second, MIPS means million instructions per second binary code, can run on x86 based host machine with the help of ISA emulation. With this approach, run a large amount of binary code written for various processors on any given new hardware host machine. The instruction set emulation leads to virtual ISA created by any hardware machine. And next one is code interpretation and binary translation. The basic emulation method is code interpretation. Interpretation means it is a program which interprets source instructions to target instructions one by one. One by one. It is called as interpretation. Here source instructions may require tens or hundreds of native target instructions to perform its functions, and this process is very slow when compared to dynamic binary translation method. So for better performance we will move to dynamic binary translation method. This approach translates the basic blocks of dynamic source of instructions. So block instructions will be translated into target instructions, and the instruction set emulation requires binary translation and optimization. Here virtual instruction set architecture, that is VISA, thus requires adding a processor specific software translation layer to the compiler. The next one is hardware abstraction level. The hardware level virtualization is performed right on top of bare hardware. Bare hardware means CPU, memory, I/O and network resources. So on the other hand, this approach generates virtual hardware environment for virtual machines. That is, these hardware components will be virtualized and to create the virtual hardware machines. And this process manage the underlying hardware through virtualizations. Hence, the utilization got increased. Utilization will be improved. And this idea is to virtualize a computer's resources such as its processors, memory and I/O devices. The intention is to upgrade the hardware utilization rate by multiple users concurrently. The operating system level virtualization, this refers an abstraction layer which lies between the traditional OS, that is operating system, and user applications. And here we are inserting a new layer between the traditional OS and the user applications. And OS level virtualization creates an isolated container on single physical server. Isolated container or single physical server and the OS instance to utilize the hardware and software in data centers. Hence, the container behaves like a real server. The OS level virtualization is commonly used in creating virtual hosting environment. By using this only, we can create the virtual hosting environment to allocate hardware resources. Hardware resources are CPU, memory and I/O resources among large number of mutually destructing users. So we are allocating these resources to all our users. N number of users are there. We are allocating all these to all our users. And it is also used to lesser the extent in consolidating server hardware by moving services on separate hosts into containers or the virtual machines on one server. Library support level virtualization. The applications use APIs. API means application programming interface exported by user level libraries rather than using lengthy system calls by operating systems. So in the applications, user level libraries are very easy when compared to the system calls of operating systems. Hence, the interface become another candidate of virtualization. The virtualization with library interface is possible by controlling the communication link between applications and the rest of systems through API hooks, that is application programming interface hooks. User application level virtualization. In this virtualization at the application level virtualize an application as virtual machine. Here the virtual machine is simply an application. On a traditional operating system, an application often runs a process. Application means that will run a process. So the application level virtualization is also known as process level virtualization. The most popular approach is to deploy high-level language virtual machines. So applications should be developed by using high-level languages. And the virtual machine, that is virtualization layer, sits as an application program on top of operating system. So this is operating system layer, that is OS layer, and on top of the OS layer only we are having application layer. And any program written in high-level language and compiled for this virtual machine will be able to run on it. And Microsoft .NET CLR and Java virtual machines, that is JVM, are good example for this class of virtual machines. The other form of application level virtualization are known as application isolation application sandboxing, application streaming. And the process involved wrapping the applications in a layer that is isolated from host OS and other applications. And the result is an application that is much easier to distribute and remove from user workstations. The next important one is VMM design requirements. It is virtual machine monitor design requirements and the providers. And here there are three design requirements for any virtual machine. The first one is VMM should provide an environment, that is a programming environment which is essentially identical to the original machine. And the second one is the program runs in this environment, that is the virtual environment should show, that is we can see only minor decrease in the speed. In any program which runs on the virtual machine, the speed should be reduced somehow. And the third requirement is virtual machine monitor should be complete control of the system resources. And here any program runs under virtual machine monitor should exhibit a function identical to that which the program runs on the original machine directly. The user should not know anything about that he is working on the virtual machine, and he should feel like he is working on the separate single physical machine. And here two possible exceptions in terms of differences are permitted with these requirements. The first one is the difference caused by availability of system resources, and second one is the difference caused by timing dependencies. Here the first one, that is the difference caused by availability of system resources, arise more than one virtual machine will run on the same physical machine. The complete control of resources by virtual machine includes the following aspect. First one is the virtual machine monitor is responsible for allocating hardware resources for all programs. And second one is it is not possible for a program to access any resources not explicitly associated to it. And third one, it is possible to under certain circumstances of virtual machine monitor to regain control of resources which are already allocated. These three are important requirement of the virtual machine monitor allocating resources to particular user. Here virtual machine monitor is tightly related to the architecture of processor, that is the physical machine's processor. If the processor is not designed to support the virtualization, then it is necessary to modify the hardware to satisfy the three requirements for virtual machine monitor. So these are the three requirements of VMM, and this is known as hardware assisted virtualization. The next important one is virtualization support at OS level, which is used to partition the machine's physical resources to the users. Here OS layer lies on the top of virtualization layer. It enables multiple isolated virtual machines within a single operating system kernel. And this kind of virtual machine is often called as virtual execution environment, that is VE, virtual private system or VPS, or simply a container. And from the user's point of view, VE means virtual execution environment will look like a real server, and VE has its own set of process, file system, user accounts, network interfaces with IP addresses, routing tables, firewall rules and other personal settings. The middleware support for virtualization. Here library level virtualization is also known as user level application binary interface, that is ABI or API emulation. And this type of virtualization can create execution environment, that is it will create only the execution environment for running application programs. But it will not create a virtual machine to run the entire operating systems. So by using the virtualization, middleware support virtualization, we can create an execution environment for running application programs simply. And that's all about implementation levels of virtualization. So from this topic, you can expect the implementation levels of virtualization in 10-mark question, or they may ask any one of the virtualization under 5-mark question. Apart from this, you can expect the virtual machines from 2-mark question, or the virtual machine monitor definition and design requirements of virtual machine monitor. So these are the expected questions from this topic, and for more information you can go through the textbook. Thank you.